You know that feeling when you pick up your phone to check one message and suddenly 3 hours have vanished into thin air? Your thumb is cramped, your eyes are burning, and you feel worse than when you started. Welcome to the world of doom scrolling, where your brain gets trapped in an endless cycle of digital consumption that's slowly eating away at your mental health, productivity, and ability to feel genuine happiness. But the people who get caught in this trap aren't weak or lazy. They're actually displaying some fascinating psychological patterns that reveal deeper truths about how our minds work in the digital age. Stick with me because what you're about to discover might completely change how you see your relationship with your phone and social media. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people can scroll through their feeds for hours, while others barely spend 5 minutes on their phones? It's not just about self-control. There's actually a specific psychological profile that makes certain individuals more vulnerable to this digital quicksand. And understanding this profile is the first step to breaking free. The psychology behind chronic doom scrolling is rooted in something called negativity bias. Your brain is literally hardwired to pay more attention to negative information than positive information. This isn't a flaw in your design. It's actually an evolutionary survival mechanism that kept your ancestors alive. When a rustling bush could mean either a harmless rabbit or a deadly predator, the people who assumed the worst and stayed alert were the ones who survived long enough to pass on their genes. Fast forward to today, and that same brain is trying to protect you from threats that don't actually exist. But social media platforms know this. They've weaponized your survival instincts against you. Every algorithm is designed to trigger that ancient alarm system in your head, feeding you content that creates emotional spikes. Fear, outrage, envy, shock. These emotions light up your brain like a Christmas tree, and once that happens, you're hooked. But there's another layer to this that most people miss. The people who fall deepest into doom scrolling often share certain traits. They're highly sensitive, easily absorbed, and often anxious or restless. The scroll gives them a quick escape, a sense of control, connection, or stimulation. But it never lasts. It's not weakness. It's an overstimulated brain trying to soothe itself. Here's what happens underneath. The constant flood of information rewires your reward system. Each swipe releases a burst of dopamine. But over time, your brain adapts, demanding stronger hits, more intensity, more novelty, more emotion, just to feel the same reward. That's why scrolling feels worse the longer you do it. You're chasing the high that content used to give, but can't anymore. Unlike other addictions, doom scrolling disguises itself as productivity. You tell yourself you're staying informed or taking a quick break, but each swipe deepens the loop. Many doom scrollers also carry a hidden perfectionism, a belief that if they just consume enough information, they'll finally feel prepared, safe, or ready. But the truth is, information rarely fixes emotional discomfort. It only delays it. And ironically, some of the most chronic doom scrollers are bright, creative people who feel understimulated in their real lives. They're seeking challenge, novelty, meaning. But passive consumption can't replace active creation. It fills the space, but never satisfies it. Then comes social comparison. Online, you see everyone else's highlight reel, not their real life. But your brain doesn't know the difference. It measures your own life against the illusion and finds you lacking. That feeling drives even more scrolling, and the cycle tightens. Over time, this habit erodes something vital: presence. Even when you're with friends, eating, or resting, part of your mind is still anticipating the next scroll. Boredom disappears, but so do creativity, reflection, and calm. That's the real cost of doom scrolling. Not just lost hours, but lost depth. You stop being a participant in life and become a spectator, watching, reacting, never fully living. But here's the hopeful part. Once you understand the psychology behind it, you can break the loop. It starts with awareness. Notice when you reach for your phone without thinking. Ask yourself what you're actually seeking in that moment. Is it connection, escape, stimulation? Once you name the craving, you can meet it differently. Maybe it's calling a friend instead of scrolling through their posts. Maybe it's stepping outside for a walk. Maybe it's sitting still for 5 minutes and letting your mind breathe. The goal isn't to delete every app or reject technology. It's to reclaim control, to use your phone intentionally rather than being used by it. When you stop feeding the constant noise, something amazing happens. Silence starts to feel peaceful again. You regain focus. You start noticing small joys. You remember what real connection feels like. Your attention is the most valuable currency you have. Every scroll is a small transaction, a choice about where that currency goes. So guard it, spend it wisely, because your life isn't happening on a screen, it's happening right now in the world outside. Drop a comment and share your story. And if this resonated with you, hit like and subscribe because we dive deep into psychology that actually explains how your mind works. See you next time.